Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Saturday, January 3rd, 2015, around 4:05 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. Still cloudy out, 28 degrees, and the snow is going to be overspreading the Billerica and Merrimack Valley area by 6 or 7 o'clock. Then it's going to come down heavy for a time, then change over to sleet, and then rain. Tomorrow we're going to shoot up to the 60s, close to 60, and all what snow will be washed away. Some news to report: the Ottawa Senators beat the Boston Bruins in overtime by the score of 3-2. Bruins had a 2-1 lead, but they blew it again. The Bruins this year have been a sloppy team, a very poor team, and they continuing to lose games, even though they're getting points, but they need 2 points instead of 1, and they're continuing to drop in the standings. They're only a couple of points ahead of the Senators for 7th place in the Atlantic Division, and if they don't get their things going, they're going to be out of the playoff picture completely. And people are saying they should trade Milan Lucic because he doesn't have the heart anymore of a Bruin, and trade this guy and that guy. Bruins are like in serious trouble, in my opinion. I don't think that trading Lucic or any other one's going to help, unless if they get a goal scorer. They need to start on a major winning streak and have the teams ahead of them go on a major losing streak. But I don't foresee that happening. I hate to say this, I think the Bruins aren't making the playoffs this year. And today, in a few more minutes, is the NFC wildcard game between Arizona Cardinals against Carolina Panthers at 4:45, first time ever that ESPN is going to televise an NFL playoff game. And at 8:15 tonight on NBC, it's the Baltimore Ravens against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chris Berman of ESPN is predicting a Seahawks versus Ravens Super Bowl. We'll wait and see about that, and that's about it on that. My next subject is about the new digital over-the-air network, television network called The Works. The Works have been on the air since April 1st of 2014, approximately 9 months ago. And The Works is co-owned by MGM and Titan Broadcasting, and it's a collection of movies from the MGM library, plus classic television series like The Addams Family and Science Fiction Theater, which was an anthology series back in the mid-1950s. Science Fiction Theater is George McFly's favorite television show, and he told Marty McFly that he didn't want to take Lorraine to the dance at first because he would miss his favorite show, Science Fiction Theater. And also there was a couple of others, the Rat Patrol, and Japanese series dubbed in English called Johnny Roto and his toy robot. That was originally a Japanese series, but it's dubbed in English, that was shown in the United States in syndication in the late 1960s, which was pretty good. And also The Works shows a couple of sports reality programming, like reruns of American Gladiators that aired on NBC in 2007, 2008, and 2009, co-hosted by WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan and boxer model Larry Ali, and also the classic reruns of the 1950 series Home Run Derby, where a lot of famous sluggers hit home runs for charity and stuff. And some of the home run hitters were like Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, Harmon Killebrew, Willie Mays, and others. And also The Works has a few other programming, like the game show Let's Ask America, and a news programming called the Huffington Post television series. It's a news program. It's on an hour. It's from the online news source Huffington Post. And also they have a couple of comedy shows, kind of a comedy reality show, and they also have a few reality shows called LAPD Beat, and a few others. Plus, they have paid programming. And the Works television network is shown limited amount of stations have it. Most of the stations that have the Works are owned by the LRJ Corporation, which owns several TV stations in San Francisco and Chicago and Houston and Bridgeport, Connecticut and Boston, Massachusetts. It's shown in Boston on wmfp channel 62.4, which unfortunately it's not on Comcast at this present time. The only way you could watch the Works in the Boston area, if you have just basically a TV without a cable, you could put in 62.4 and you could watch it. And even though the Works says it's only 31% of the country, they're not in major markets like Los Angeles or Dallas or Portland, Oregon, or Seattle, Washington, or Minneapolis, Minnesota, or Orlando, Florida, or Tampa, Florida, or Miami, Florida. It's in New York, but it's Bridgeport, Connecticut, and a couple of other places. The Works sounds like a good network, but they need to get on better distribution. Plus, with the digital television network market so cramped right now, and plus many television stations might have only a certain amount of signals to put on the air, like 0.2, 0.3. Some stations can't carry a 0.4 television network, so the Works are kind of shut out for what they have right now. But it looks like a good network to watch. And you know, these digital television networks over the air are pretty amazing and stuff like that. And the Works has a decent lineup. And I hope one of these days that somehow the Works gets on Comcast cable in Eastern Massachusetts, which would be pretty good. I wouldn't mind it if they put the Works on Comcast, maybe 293 or 294 or whatever, because half the channels on Comcast I don't watch. But I think the Works will continue to grow within time, in my opinion. And I think you better watch out for the Works. It probably is going to be growing as fast as it can the next year or so. And you'll be hearing a lot more from that digital cable network in the next few years or so. That's about it on that. I'll be back later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, for my third and final video blog of the night, which will be about Tim Thomas, former NHL goaltender for the Boston Bruins. See you later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.